Hello everyone, thank you so much for coming to our pitch event. Actually, our weekly pitch event. As we started with Asia roughly a month ago, we are already getting a lot of traction. A lot of funders are asking us to come to pitch, as we are today, with another four great funders coming from Southeast Asia. And in Equity Match, as you all know, we are extremely committed. We fund this globally. We are no frontiers. We accept any funder coming from everywhere. And today, we are very much pleased to go live with our great funders in front of you. Jonathan, Saurabh, Salai, Sehrish, thank you so much for coming. So, actually, not before starting, I will take one more minute. For everyone who wants to come to pitch, just email pitch@equitymatch.co. You can see this pitch, all our pitch events as we stream right now live on LinkedIn and YouTube. But if you go on our YouTube channel, equitymatch.co YouTube channel, you will find all our pitch events and all the interviews and be contacting. We've been probably done already more than 400, no, yes, 250 interviews plus all other videos, go up to 400 videos. You will find all of them inside our YouTube channel. So let's start with our pitch day. And I'm very welcome Jonathan Cheng, founder of PULLULO, Singapore and Philippines, Agritech, seed round 600K in USD. How's it going, Jonathan?
Yeah, great. Thank you very much.
Thanks to you for coming as all our founders.
My
So
pleasure.
as we start with you, if you want to give a short introduction to yourself, and after we go straight to the pitch.
All right. I'm Jonathan from Singapore. So we are upcycling agriculture leftover, such as fruit and vegetables, into microbial protein powder. Ultimately, we just want to reduce waste and feed the population. Uh, can I start now?
Let's go.
Okay. Good day, everyone. I'm Jonathan, founder of PULLULO. Our value is to change alternative to essential. PULLULO is biotech impact startup in B2B leading with nutrition is a key motivator for today's consumer. PULLULO upcycle agriculture leftovers such as fruits and vegetables into microbial protein powder that can be used to create higher value protein products like plant-based and various food and beverage applications. Many companies are also joining the bandwagon by introducing alternative protein products to their catalogs. PULLULO technology allows to create super potent extract from agricultural industry side stream. This upcycling contributes to extending our food resources, security of supply, and sustainability with a technology that is able to reduce carbon footprint even further than the most sustainable technology in the markets today. Through our fermentation technology, we have managed to increase the protein level of more than 30 fruits and vegetables by more than 6 times. Besides protein increase, the process also generates probiotic, lactic acids, and dietary fiber, which could be used for other safer, healthier, and greener product development such as cosmetic and health supplement. PULLULO first trajectory B2B business model aim to achieve the following 3 revenue stream. First revenue stream, we position ourselves as food ingredient and flour manufacturer. Company can use our product for food and beverage flavoring or different food applications since we have portfolio of protein types. Second revenue stream, we will introduce our own category of superfood and beverage product to global retailer at the most affordable cost to ensure sustainability and affordability of consumer. In addition, we are also expanding our alternative protein horizon to plant-based peptide and exosome product development as our upcoming tertiary products for our other industry sectors is projected to reach 1 trillion by 2030. Our fermentation technology has the best opportunity. It's the perfect sweet spot between functionality, scalability, sustainability, and affordability to address the 3 gaps: cost, taste, and nutritional value. Henceforth, our mission is to produce highly affordable alternative protein product for our planet, people with profit for the mainstream mass market with huge emphasis on ESG consideration. More alternative protein sources are introduced to the market. However, are they really sustainable? Or are they creating more stress to the bioecosystem? We produce nutrient-dense superfood products without the need of arable land to grow or engage in solution involving harm to insect as alternate protein source, which they are sanctioned being capable of experiencing pain and suffering like us. Overall, insects require a lot of energy to produce and emit 14 kg of CO2 equivalent to produce a kg of protein. Why us? Effective microbe we are using that are able to stay active in the ambient temperature, therefore low energy production, huge Asia market which give PULLULO geographical advantages as compared to these competitors. Younger generation has become the driving force to push for alternate protein, which influence other consumers like you and I, which projected to reach market size of 290 billion by 2035. Currently, we have 7 industrial collaborations from direct agro waste to byproduct waste from large majority of industrial biomass that are available in the production that can be utilized for generation value-added high-functioning ingredient, enzyme or enzyme-based product. These are our prototypes we have produced varying different agricultural side streams. Take for example, probiotic beer using wolfberry, red date, and lychee, and plant-based liquid aid we developed with Jivondon from mango, grain, and banana. We partnership with established research partners to support our R&D. In addition, 6 MOU endorsed for our sales and distribution channel for our commercialized products. We have also established our go-to-market strategy partners that will help us develop different superfood and beverage products, help us spread and market our product through their distribution channel regionally and globally. These are the milestones we have achieved with my own investment to the company and pre-seed round supported by Big Idea Venture. We are targeting to raise 600,000 for a seed round to cover IP, R&D, scale-up, talents, assets, and also for our expansion of our products. I was with one of the leading food solution MNC in Southeast Asia handling aviation catering in Singapore and China, setting up a central kitchen and production plant. Another co-founder, Lady Cheng from Taiwan, with 20 years in food industry, majoring in food microbiology, certainly formed the incredible tool to pull off the business. We have a lead of advisor team to pull all the resources to support organic growth and business strategy. PULLULO provide access to next generation nutritional products through our technology to accelerate the development of high functional nutrition towards a circular bioeconomy, but deliver across a broad target of products to benefit the human race. Therefore, let's unlock the future protein with PULLULO. Thank you.
Thank you, Jonathan. So the problem you're solving is don't try to use waste, I mean, if we can call them waste, and making and upscaling and using them to create protein, right? So as we talk about protein, how good and in terms of healthy are your product compared to the others?
Take for example, right now, we're able to increase the protein level of most of the substrate to almost 6 times. So banana we increased from 2% to almost 20%, which means that there are, if we turn them into ingredient or flour, example, flour you use for the baking, they don't contain much of protein. But imagine you use our flour, they are filled with protein levels. So which means that when you eat this piece of bread or biscuit, it's actually equivalent your a day of your protein needs per day. So which means that this high functional ingredient.
This in terms of quantity. In terms of quality, how good are them? The other protein, for example, meat protein, which is everyone is trying to avoid.
Correct. Okay. Right now is conventional protein has been a concern worldwide because of we want to reduce killing or So basically right now is we are a complement to current plant-based substitute like soy, pea, chickpea, all this, and we are able to produce this mass production of this microbial protein at a very affordable cost because these are the direct agro waste or direct biomass from large magnitude of industrial biomass, which means that the raw material cost has come down significantly. So when we produce them to end product, flour, ingredient, or superfood and beverage, the cost price is compatible to all these flour or even soy, pea, or chickpea that they use to make plant-based products.
What makes you different? Is the process you are using to create proteins? To extrapolate proteins from the, let's call raw material anyway, from the of any kind of food you are using.
We have a few differences. One is we get direct agro waste from the farms, from the industrial biomass, rather than from retailers. So it's a huge amount, and we already signed MOU with different plantation. Second is the protein that we fermented. They can be not only used for food application, but actually we already start with our upcoming product development for tertiary products such as cosmetic and healthcare therapeutic sectors, which we produce peptide is a fragment protein, and exosome is a plasma membrane protein for the healthcare.
Yeah, 1 trillion, target market, okay? But probably that's the total addressable market. So how much you are capable to penetrate? And what is market? Is Asia or is or global market?
We definitely look at global, because the present more country we are in, the more all these leftover of fruit and vegetables we can valorize and turn them into high value products, and which means that the more we can do not only on food application, but sustainability is also for other industry sectors. That's why we introduce our tertiary product to cosmetic and also the pharmaceutical sectors.
Why the end producer must use your protein? What's your value proposition? Pricing, quality? Where are you standing?
Pricing is the one of the strategy, because we can churn the crude protein at the lowest cost. So let's say 1 kg is about $2 or $2.50 per kg. It's equivalent to what soy or pea or chickpea you're able to buy, but they are considered as commodities. But what we do is we get locally, we produce locally, we serve locally. So we cut short the supply chain. And another thing is what we right now, the tertiary product that we're going to produce, no one has done plant-based derived peptide or plant-based derived exosome yet. And we hope we will be the early mover to push this to the market globally.
This 600K in USD are for scaling the business? And if yes, how do you scale it?
As of now, it's for scaling, for R&D, but also for commercialization. And right now, is next year we will be setting up our 1 tons of this pilot plant by Q1, Q2 with our strategy partnership with LifeLab. So which means that by Q3 or Q4, we will generate revenue, and every day we'll produce 1 ton of crude protein per day.
Do you have an investor persona in mind? In your mind, I want these kind of investors with me, right? Because I don't want only money, but maybe I need help, network, even knowledge. So what's your investor persona?
Basically, hopefully they have very great network of supply chain and distribution network, and allow us to tap on all these agriculture produced from direct plantation or from their manufacturing plant. That would be ideal.
Jonathan, thank you so much. Stay there, don't go. You are soon back with us. Meanwhile, thank you so much. I'm moving to our second founder, Saurabh Soni, founder and CEO of DIGISPARSH PVT LTD. Headquartered is in Mumbai, India, fintech, healthcare, pre-series A around 3 million USD. This is pretty much my field. I spent all my life in finance and insurance before working private equity and venture capital. So it would be nice to talk. Saurabh, thank you so much. So let's give an introduction to yourself, and after we go straight to pitch.
Thank you, Max. Thank you, Max, for hosting us. Hello, everybody. My name is Saurabh Soni, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of DIGISPARSH. I have more than 2 decades of experience in 3 different industries, which is financial sector, telecom, and consumer goods. And I have a co-founder who is a hardcore techie and comes with 2 decades of experience in international market as well as domestic market. DIGISPARSH is a fintech that focuses on providing financing and claim servicing solutions to the entire healthcare ecosystem. So we have a very verticalized approach where we only focus on healthcare sector and nothing else. I already spoke about the founding team. In India, what we did is, before launching the company, we actually started understanding and interacting with a lot of CXOs in healthcare sector to understand the pain points from the financing and as well as claim settlement perspective. The first problem is the time taken to settle the claims by insurance companies are very, very high. The out-of-pocket expenses is amongst the highest in the world in India. The private sector penetration is at an abysmal level of 9%, and you don't have an end-to-end healthcare lending player in the country today. In terms of market size, the market size is pegged at $135 billion, which is as per the Red Seal Consulting report of 2021-22. And out of that, $88 billion is the market, which is the private market, and which is an addressable market for us with multiple products that we've already launched in the market for the same. And this healthcare financing market is growing at a segment and at a CAGR of 16%. So what is it that we do? DigiSparsh provides lending and claim services to the entire value chain of healthcare of ecosystem, which includes hospitals, patients, and merchants, or you call them as suppliers. So in simple words, we become a one-stop shop to offer financial services for the entire healthcare ecosystem. Our go-to-market strategy or the business model is, at the back end, we have tie-ups with lending partners such as banks and non-banking finance companies. At the front end, we have tie-up with healthcare aggregators. These aggregators are the ones who aggregate hospitals, patients, or merchants on their platform. Some of the very well-known aggregators in India, which are unicorns as well, is someone like a Pristine Care, someone like a PharmEasy. Then you have some mid-sized players like a Practo or an IU. All of these are our partners today. A model like B2B2C, which is what we have adopted, helps us to manage OPEX in a very controlled manner, helps us to build scale, and also helps us to create brand awareness without heavily investing into marketing. Our product stack today includes insurance receivable financing, or what in simple words is claim financing for hospitals. So it's like a bill discounting against insurance receivables to the hospital, which solves the problem of working capital. We also provide supplier financing or merchant financing to the suppliers of the hospitals, and patient financing, especially for the customers who have insurance but do not get cashless cover. In India, roughly around $10 billion worth of claims get settled every year. And out of that, $4 billion worth of claims are reimbursement claims, which means the patient has an insurance but does not get a cashless cover because the hospital is not empaneled with the insurance company. That's where we come into. We give the money, we get the claim settled, and then take the money from the patient. In terms of a unit economics, roughly about $1,300 is an average ticket size for a patient financing for reimbursement, in which we make a profit of close to about $20. For hospital financing, is close to about $65,000, where we end up making more than $2,000. And for supplier financing, we end up making more than $100 for every cycle. What have we done so far? We have disbursed more than $14 million, more than 10,000 loans in terms of number of loans. And in terms of our revenues, last year, we did close to about $575,000 in terms of our gross revenue and a net revenue of more than $200,000. Our average ticket size for merchants is $1,000, for patients is $1,200, and for hospitals is $50,000. The best part is our portfolio quality is extremely good, and we have bad assets at less than 1% today. And we grew our business last year by more than 500% in terms of growth, and our revenue growth was more than 300%. These are some of our partners that we have. We have 3 lending partners and more than 15 to 20 business sourcing partners. Existing investors include Go Ahead Ventures, which is a US-based Silicon Valley fund, Capital A, which is a micro VC based out of India, and Angel List platform, which had some angels coming in. We are looking to raise $3 million, out of which $2 million will be utilized for cash collateral and NBFC license, and the balance $1 million for our operating expenses. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Saurabh. So before I start, in terms of competitors today, who is competing with you? Let's stay in India.
So Max, very surprisingly, there's not even a single company in the country which cuts across the entire value chain and offers all the 3 products. On a standalone basis, I have competitors who would only be focusing on patient financing who will be only focusing on hospital financing or invoice discounting for suppliers. We are the only one in the country which has all the three products in our stack. And we are the only one in the country which has a unified technology platform through which all the three products can be offered. And that's what makes us the most attractive as well as unique startup in the country, because we are the only one which touches the entire value chain of healthcare.
Okay, for what I can see, your business model, you are very close to factoring in finance, where normally banks give the money in advance to the merchants factory where they are, and they get the money back when they get paid by the clients. In your case, pretty much similar. Now, because you are in insurance, because the timing in insurance is endless. I work in insurance. They can even wait for 1 year. There's some insurance in the business model, actually they believe they're fighting with the lawyers until the end, gives them some leverage in terms of using the cash they have in their balance sheet, which is, I understand, any business model can be accepted somehow. But in your case, you need to deal with banks on one side, because the banks, they give you the working capital to lend, if we can call lending. On the other side, you have the merchants, you have the patients, and you have the hospital themselves and the aggregator inside. Now, first of all, how do you work with the aggregators? How they get any kind of compensation? And my second question is, how do you, in terms of income, how much are you charging in terms of interest on your lending, if you're charging any? And who's going to deal with the claim with insurance? Because that's the main part for you.
I'll answer the first question, which is about how much does an aggregator charge? So aggregator does not charge anything from us. In fact, we help them to convert their end customers. So DigiSparsh's lending proposition or claim servicing proposition becomes a tool to acquire end customer, which is the patient or a hospital for the aggregator. So this kind of servicing that we offer is a catalyst for the aggregator to convert a particular case. That was your question number one. Your question number two was from the perspective of claims, that who takes the responsibility of the claims, and how do you ensure that the claims get settled within 60 or 90 days or whatever the time period is. So I'll tell you, we have two services. One service is a service where we only offer financing. The other service is where we also offer desk management service to a hospital or a patient. Whatever service they take, accordingly, the commitments are given. So for example, if it's only financing, then there is a defined time period, and whether the claim gets settled or not, the hospital has to pay back that money back to us. If we take the responsibility of the claim settlement, then it's our job to ensure that the claim gets settled. If it does not get settled, then we pay. And that is why we have cash collaterals for that. Surprisingly, and in a very, very positive manner, I can say, today we are on net positive on the unit economics side. We make a lot of money in terms of the claim settlement, also from the perspective of financing. Sorry, you had one more part of the question which I've missed.
No, the second part, the other one was, but I'm asking you in more details now. You're making money because you settle the claim, and you had to have your part of the claim that gets into your balance sheet as income, right? If I'm giving you 1,000 while you haven't settled the claim, if the claim is 1,000, I need something more, or I need to give you something less in terms of having my revenue, okay? Another one, in terms of financing, how much you're charging? You must charge some kind of interest, right?
Yeah.
So
I'll give you a breakup for all three products. For patient financing, we don't charge anything from the patient. We charge a 10% subvention, or what you call as 10% flat fee from the hospital for the invoice that we cater to. So the hospital for $100,000 will actually end up getting $90,000. And what we do is, we take that $100,000 back from the patient once the insurance company settles the amount into the account of patient. This 10% is the fee that I make, which is shared between me and the bank and the claim processing partner. Out of this 10%, I keep 2%. The claim processing partner, who takes the entire risk on this, makes 5%, and the bank takes 3%. But mine is a risk-free product at 2%. When it comes to hospital, I charge 2% per month. So for a 60-day product, we upfront deduct 4%, out of which the bank keeps 3% and I keep 1% with me for a 60-day product. Hospital lending is a volume-based product. Over there, we deal in large scale of business. Patient financing is a product which is a small ticket product, but is a high in terms of profitability.
So the last one is the most profitable for your balance sheet.
The patient financing is the most profitable one.
You have more or less, I mean, for what I can see, 5-6% in your return on sale, which means you have the gross of 12 million, and more or less in your revenue is going to be roughly 500-600 per year, correct?
My sense is when we stabilize, we'll have a spread of 12% per year, 1% per month.
So doubling, almost doubling what you have today.
In fact,
So
that's what we have started seeing in the last 6 months trend, is we are almost at a 1% per month kind of a spread.
So the more you will go with the patients, the more will go your revenue stream, okay, your net profitability, I suppose.
Yeah. So it's a business of scale. Lending is a business of scale. The more you, because your operating expenses are pegged at a particular level, automatically your profitability increases once you increase the business or the scale of the business.
This 3 million is going for what?
Out of 3 million, we need to have 2 million, which will be divided between applying for NBFC license and also providing cash collateral to the lending partners, because we need to provide some collaterals against which they give us a line to disperse. The leverage is usually 10 times. So for example, if I give $1 million, I'll be able to provide an open book or an asset under management of $10 million. And the balance $1 million will be utilized for our operating expenses and setting up a claim processing unit within the company.
So you can leverage 10 times the deposit.
Yes, as of now, I can 10 times. Usually, a company in its embryonic stages is not given that kind of leverage, but because of the experience that both the founders have, the lending partners are very, very cordial in giving us that kind of extension right in the beginning days.
Who is the investors you're looking for?
We are looking for investors who either have interest in the fintech space or in the healthcare space, because they will add a lot of value either from the business perspective or from the availability of fund perspective, both on the equity side and the debt side.
Saurabh, thank you so much. Stay there, don't go. We are all back soon.
Thank you very much.
So, Sehrish Raza, founder and CEO of BizB Store, Islamabad, Pakistan, fashion, seed around 350K in USD. How's it going, Sehrish?
Good. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you for coming. So let's give an introduction to yourself, and after let's pitch.
Awesome. So hi, I'm Sehrish Raza, the founder and CEO of BizB. And I have approximately 8 years of experience working as a digital marketer. I have worked with approximately 60 to 70 global clients. And so my personal expertise is working with e-commerce platforms, helping them scale up their sales. And that is kind of what I use to establish my own business in Pakistan as well. So BizB is basically a marketplace that aims at bridging the gap between fashion lovers by making their wardrobes virtual and accessible. And my BizB journey up till now has been nothing less than exciting. So from the time we started in 2020, we have seen a 550% year-on-year average growth in terms of our revenue and 133% year-on-year average growth in terms of our users. In 2022, we ended the year at a GMV of $235,000, increasing by more than 100% compared to 2021. And we have to date now approximately 50,000 users registered on the platform. So now let me tell you why this idea was conceived in the first place. Globally, the secondhand market has blew up into a $62 billion industry. And with the current economic crisis that hit Pakistan, we have seen our highest quarter-on-quarter organic growth of 108%, showcasing that circular economy is a need of the time more than a luxury. So now that I have you excited, let me get to the core of the problem we're looking to solve. Women in Pakistan right now are spending more than $1,000 annually on clothing. 50% of which is rendered absolutely useless only after wearing once or twice. So we came up with a simple idea of building the pioneering re-commerce platform in Pakistan for the buying and selling of pre-loved apparel and accessories for women, helping these women earn money, save money, and most importantly, protect the earth one dress at a time by promoting sustainable fashion. Now, we have a very strict quality assurance policy compared to the competitors that are in Pakistan, although this particular industry is very nascent in Pakistan, and so there are not a lot of players. But still, the ones that are there, we make sure that we have a very strict quality assurance policy. And secondly, we've positioned ourselves as a fashion-oriented brand rather than a value-for-money brand. And these are a few of the things that keep our customers coming back to us. Now, talking about our customer metrics, our CAC is a little under $2 at the moment, whereby our lifetime value is $52. And we have been able to maintain a retention rate of 68%. Now, all of this we've been able to achieve through some growth hacks that we unlocked in the time that we've been in the market. The first thing is we are focused on on making a community-driven brand. So we're working on converting our customers into our brand ambassadors. And secondly, we're focused on breaking the taboo that is linked with secondhand fashion in Pakistan, for which we are partnering with influencers to influence a shift in how secondhand apparel is perceived in this market. Now, talking about our business model, we charge a 20% commission on each transaction from our sellers, and women have earned more than $200,000 through our platform to date, and 75% women who registered as sellers have become financially inclusive after becoming a part of the BizB family. So now to the most exciting part. Our SAM in Pakistan is a $1 billion absolutely untapped market, which comprises of 20.5 million women. Now, these are women between the age of 17 to 39, living in urban areas, working women, university-going women who are constantly looking to revamp their wardrobes. And of this market, we aim to capture 200,000 users in the first 18 months. Now, lastly, introducing you to the powerhouse of a team that made it all happen. All of us have cumulative 8+ years of experience in digital marketing, business development, entrepreneurship, product development, and logistics. All the skill sets necessary to take BizB to the heights it deserves. Now, we're looking to raise an investment of $350,000 to digitize 200,000 household wardrobes in Pakistan, 50% of which will be injected into marketing, 30% into operational expansion, and 20% of which will be invested in strengthening our product. So this is our vision. If only we can get 3 dresses per wardrobe and we target 200,000 wardrobes in Pakistan, we can hold the largest variety of pre-loved apparel under a single marketplace. So join in on the movement to make fashion sustainable again.
Thank you, Sehrish. So, second-hand market is massive. Yeah, wherever in the world is becoming very massive. It goes very well with recession. We are in recession, some kind of, so it's fine. Now, in terms of adoption, you have a pretty good market fit. Now, what is attractive to your clients? Why they're using your platform? Because they can sell multiple times, or they get more money than using third-party platforms?
Yeah, so basically, compared to other marketplaces in this particular industry, why people use us is the trust factor. Because we are safeguarding the rights of both the buyers and the sellers. Because, for example, if a seller is sending a product that is not up to par, we never ship it to the end buyer. And also, if a seller is sending the product and it reaches the buyer, we make sure the seller is paid. So because we're safeguarding the rights of both the buyers and the sellers, that is one of the reasons that really attracts and that has built a very long-term relationship of customers with BizB. Compared to what they were doing in maybe Facebook groups, which is peer-to-peer, so there is no real mediation going on there.
But when you say you make sure that the good is delivered and the payment is done, where the payment is done, I mean, when they process the payment, it's going to process on your platform?
Yes. So basically, what happens is once a product is listed on the website, any seller can register and list as many products as they want. Once the product is sold, we get the product picked from their home. It comes to us. We do a quality check, we package it, and then we ship it out to the end buyer. After which, the payment is made online to the seller's account.
Who's going to handle the shipping? I mean, yourself, you manage, but do you have a third parties company that is going to manage the shipping? Yeah.
Yes, so we have a third-party logistics company in partnership with us, who basically handle all our logistics.
Wait, how do you want to scale? I mean, the market is pretty big. Of course, you have competitors. How do you? What's your idea of scaling your business for now in Pakistan and after outside?
Yeah, so in the next 1 year, basically what we're looking to do is, as I already mentioned, we're aiming to get 200,000 users registered on the platform, which is still again a fraction because Pakistan is a big country and we have a very big user base over here. So for that, there are 3 main steps that we're taking for scalability. One is operational decentralization. So we're currently working in conversations with a couple of logistic companies that can help us decentralize the entire quality assurance policy as well, so that we can handle a larger scale of orders. Secondly, we've kept the model very lean from day one, so there's not a lot of involvement from our end. So we don't need a lot of manpower to expand to a new city, for example, or even to a new country. So the model was always very lean. Operations was one of the bottlenecks that we felt was there for for scalability. But that we are there are 2 ways. Either we'll be outsourcing it to a logistics company if they handle the QC. Otherwise, we'll be decentralizing our operations and we'll have small hubs in the 3 main cities where our sellers are concentrated.
Wait, this round is mainly for marketing and almost half of it, and some kind of operation and I suppose technology. Now,
Yes.
The investors that you have in mind to help you to grow your business, who are they?
So what I'm looking for is strategic partners for this round, to be very honest. So other than the capital, what we're looking for is people who have experience of the sustainable fashion tech sector or the fashion sector, because at the end of the day, globally, there are already a lot of big unicorns in this particular sector. So we're looking for strategic partners who could help us understand fashion and how we can use that to penetrate the market faster, and also someone who has, for example, their strength in terms of e-commerce scaling as well. So these are the kind of investors that we're looking to, have in our first round.
In managing the process, who is going to make sure that the good has been returned after? Because, I mean, first of all, are you only focused on sales? I'm going to rephrase, or you want also, because many platforms, for example, in Europe, they rent more
Yes.
than sales, right?
Yes.
So in case you are renting, they must return the day when they finish to use it. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you do something similar?
No, actually, we did not go into renting particularly because, as I already mentioned, the concept, even the concept of reselling is very new to the market. And then adding another layer, which is renting, that just adds to the complication. So from a business perspective, it doesn't make sense at this point in time, given the cost that we'll have to incur. Hence, we're purely doing buying and selling at the moment.
So if I'm buying from your platform and after I want to sell after 2 months, can I do it, right? I can do it.
Yes, absolutely. And the most the most fun fact that we've kind of realized based on our data over the past couple of months is that almost 70% of people who come in as our buyers are eventually turning into our sellers, and vice versa. So you would see someone buy one product and then it would be up on the website again after a week, because women can't be seen in the same dress constantly in the same setting. So that's kind of the behavior that we're seeing.
There's 20 million market in terms of women, the age you are targeting. What about men? Are you bringing men as well one day?
I think we'll need to have another 10-minute conversation on why, but no, we're not targeting men particularly, because men's behavior when it comes to fashion is very different than women. So generally, if you see like the biggest marketplaces globally as well, a lot of them don't have a men's line. And there's like a reasoning behind that as well.
Thank you so much, Sehrish. Stay there. We are all back soon. I'm moving to our last, but of course not the least, founder, Salai Jeyakumar.
Yes.
I hope
Yes.
I Mr. Soni. CEO Solar GURU Renewable Energy Solutions. Madurai, India, energy pre-seed round USD 1 million. How is it going, Salai?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Thanks
Please.
for giving the opportunity.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
If you want to give an introduction to yourself.
Yeah. My name is Salai Jeyakumar. I'm an industrial production engineer, having 23 years experience in petroleum retail industries and 5 years in solar industries. And also I'm a trainer in MSME department, central government department. And we design, build and operate the solar systems, which we having latest technology. So we have some innovations in the maintenance also, which we have a remote monitoring system. So we have a lot of innovations in that. So now I am going to the pitch. So this is solar rooftop boot model. Actually, we have faced so many problems in the industries. We have visited so many industries regarding the solar power systems. So we are just. So this is an introduction. Founded by experienced and industrial production engineer, driven by passion for green energy. The founders created an affordable, innovative, and high-quality renewable energy solutions. And we are also one of the youngest and fastest-growing companies in India. We design, build, and commission, operate, and operate a system. It's a customer ranging from institutional and commercial and residential. Just now we are talking about these challenges faced by the industry. We have visited so many industries regarding the solar power system. So they are giving so many obstacles, like the solar system is having a large capital, needs large capitals, and also it's a maintenance issue. So we have talked with a lot of industrial owners, and we have given them more awareness also to that. Finally, we have come to the conclusion that main is financial barriers and the other one is operational barriers. So for that, we have planned introducing the solar boot model scheme. Boot model scheme is nothing but build, own, operate, and transfer model. It means that we are getting a fund from the bank or investors, and we are having a tie-up with the industries, which we sign the power purchase agreement with the fixed tariff, and we are installing the solar system on their place, and we are collecting the amount which what they are consuming, and we are repaying to the investor. This is the called boot model. In the best thing is in this boot model, after the PPA terms, for example, if the PPA terms is for 12 years, after completing the PPA term, the entire system will be handed over to the consumer. So the next one is boot model. Boot model is nothing but build, own, operate, and transfer. What I explained now. In this model, initial investment is very low. It means that consumer need not to pay any initial investments. Only they have to give the 6 months security deposit. It means, for example, if you invest 100 kilowatt, approximately they have to invest 3 lakhs or 4 lakhs rupees as a security deposit for the company. The power purchase agreement is signed between consumer and our solar group company. Under the PPA, the consumer agrees to purchase electricity produced by our company, our plant, at desired tariff rate for the PPA term. The solar plant is set up by us and maintained by us also. The boot model include design, engineering, procurement, installation, and commissioning of the solar plant. See, we operate and maintain the solar system during the full PPA terms. The consumer only has pay only for what they have consumed on monthly basis. At the end of the PPA term, the entire system will be transferred to the client at free of cost. Actually, this power purchase agreement will vary from 12 to 15 years regarding the fixed price. This business model is actually we are looking for a minimum 50 kilowatt at one site, from 50 kilowatt to maximum megawatt. Actually, normally the 50 kilowatt is minimum viable for our project. The type of systems only we are planning only for the grid connected solar projects only. There is no battery backup for energy storage. The next one is consumer credentials. Consumers should have some good credit rating and established business reputation and security hours of 6 months of estimated billing. The PPA terms will vary from 12 years to 15 years. Already I told you. This post PPA term, clients will get the ownership of the project at mutually agreed cost. And the other thing is long-term PPA will lead to lower tariff. The tariffs start from as low as 6.5 per kilowatt, and normally in the market is around 8 rupees they are paying it. Now we are fixing for we are looking for 6 rupees, 6.5 rupees per kilowatt. The project size and location decided at the cost. Annual escalation is 3% per year for PPA terms. Every year the rate will increase by 3%. The market sees solar. India has a huge energy, a huge potential in solar energy. India is targeting only 500 gigawatt renewable energy capacity by 2030. Out of it, 200 gigawatt is expected from solar. At present, India has only 168.39 gigawatt renewable energy installed right now. In that account, solar has only 64.8 gigawatts only. So we have a very huge market for in India. The target customer is actually we are looking for industries, MSME industries and hospitals and hotels and big showrooms and large industry also. And net zero emissions and reduction of carbon footprint drives the solar power market. 1 gigawatt is equal to 1000 megawatt. 1 megawatt is equal to 1000 kilowatt. The competition is very, most of the companies are doing only the RESCO model. RESCO model is nothing but renewable energy solution company. So they are only installing the solar system only, and we are very few only operating the boot model in India. Only very Solex Energy, Unix Sun Power, and Distributed Energy are few competitors, but no active competition in boot models in India. Our low range boot models in the initial phase also. We are giving a unique concept in this boot model, and we are focusing also. So there are two models exist in the industry. One is RESCO and other is boot model. I already explained you. We are offering only the unique boot model only. Both models offer clients to pay only what they have consumed. The main advantage of boot scheme is customer will get back the entire system after the PPA term. So our key members, my name is Salai Jeyakumar. I am a founder, and my co-founder Mr. Jeyakumar, and technical is Mr. Saurabh. He's a BTech. He's an electrical engineer. So we are this is our team. This is a financial growth for 1 year. This is a funding required. Actually, the first phase we are looking for $1 million for 1.4 megawatt. So good. This login period is for 6 months. The repayment will start from 37th month and end at 72nd month. We will give the interest at the rate of 9% from the date of investment. In addition to that, the investor will get a 10% of the shares in Solar GURU Renewable Energy Solutions. The login period is minimum 36 months. Thank you.
Thank you, Salai. Senti is co-founder. Welcome. I have two questions. The first one is this 1 million is for financing your panels, right?
Yes,
Your
sir.
roof panel, your first project. So today, how many projects have you done so far, if any?
Sir, actually, I have done more than 20 plus projects. I have done it in Madurai, sir, but not on the good model. Good model, we are looking for a funding. We have 2 or 3 offerings in the market. 2 companies are giving the offer letter for this boot model.
So if I'm an investor, right, I want to come and finance your panel, roof panel, solar roof panel, and with this good model, right? So how exactly, where my return is coming from, and which is the risk I'm taking in financing your project?
There is no risk at all, sir. Actually, before finalizing the company, we will thoroughly examine their financial status and credential, and then we'll enter into the power purchase agreement. Then we will install the solar systems. The one advantage is in that the moment we install it, we will start earnings from the entire system. That is a very good advantage in this model. The revenue will start from immediately.
That's on the investor side. You give 10% roughly in interest per month, per year, and
9%. 9%.
Yeah, 9% locked.
Yes, sir. 9% interest will give it from the date of investment. and the repayment will start from 36th month, so 37th month. The first 3 years, the login period. For example, if I raise $1 million for around 1.4 megawatt, we install it that. Every month we'll get the revenue. Out of it, only we keep 15% we'll keep for the maintenance. The rest 85% will reinvest in the project. So that will also getting add up in the financial report.
And when you will start get paid by your clients, I mean, the one you're going to sell the solar panel?
Yes, sir, we'll start the repayment from 37th month. It means first 3 years the login period. Then we will give the repayment from after 36 months.
What the people is going to benefit in terms is going to buy the energy from you after?
Yes, sir. Actually, here this revenue is confirmed, sir, because already we sign up with the PPA for fixed rate. So we will know how much amount we may get a revenue. Advancedly, we know that. So only the thing is we have to maintain the entire system. If any schedule, any maintenance comes, we have to attend immediately. We have to get it. We have to clear it.
And what actually are you looking for? I suppose you're looking more for pure financing investor, just give you the money and that's it. Or you're looking for someone who helps you also on the operational technical side.
No, only we are looking for a financial financier only, sir.
Okay.
Already we have tie-up with a few companies like Panasonic and other inverter companies, and we have a tie-up. And also I make I'm doing a business with them.
Thank you so much, Salai. Stay there. Don't go because we are bringing all our funders back. And
okay,
how we start from you.
Thank you.
We are waiting for all our funders. Jonathan is here. We still waiting for the others coming. Meanwhile, Salai, let me start with you. As always, we close. We close with one more extra minute for you for any other funder. So my first question for you to close this pitch event is, what is the motivation behind you? Why you are so passionate about solar panel, solar roof panel, and also why investing in your project?
Yes, right, sir. Actually, I have more passion on solar energy, which is solar is a renewable energy and is abundantly available in the world. And the other thing also, it's also very cheap in the future. And it will cut down the dependency of the petrol and diesels in future. So this project also and this viable also is very good. Actually, in future it will get the rate of product cost will come down.
Why investing in your project?
Yes, sir. Actually, this is I told you, sir. We are signing the PPA terms with the consumer. So our returns are assured. So investor can invest it easily.
Thank you so much, Salai. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Jonathan, please, what is the motivation behind your startup, your personal one, and why investing?
I think there are many people going hunger, and then there's a lot of food waste everywhere, including Singapore. So what we want to do is salvage those that are really in good condition, direct from the farm, or just create high value products, and then we hope that we can feed people with affordable super food and beverage products. Don't have to worry about a healthy diet come with a price. And importantly is we also want to expand our alternative protein not only to food but other sectors also can benefit. That is to say that the sustainability is in our DNA. We want to ensure that it is the more we able to valorize, the more we can save the planet. So that is why we want to do that.
Why investing?
We have very powerful team and serious team with deep knowledge, know-how to ensure we pull off the business, and hold full responsibility to every single cents investors invest in us.
Thank you, Jonathan. Sehrish, what the motivation behind you and why investing?
So the motivation behind me starting BizB was that generally women are shunned all across the globe for spending too much money on clothes. But I eventually did realize that fashion for women is just a way for them to feel confident, and it's a way for them to express their unique selves, right? So I just want to help them celebrate their love of fashion without damaging the planet, all while keeping it sustainable. So that is my primary goal, and secondary goal is to create more micro entrepreneurs in Pakistan.
And why investing?
We are a team that has already worked together in a startup. We have failed, we have learned, we have gotten back up. So I guess, and all of us have very complementary skill sets. So I feel like we are that perfect blend and mesh with that experience that can turn this business into a success in Pakistan. And we are in a market where it's a green field. This is a tried and tested model, and anyone over here in Pakistan can become a first mover in this particular space. So I feel this is the perfect time to invest in this particular business, because with the economic instability always comes the substitution effect. So our business is basically a perfect fit at this point in time.
Thank you so much, Sehrish. Saurabh, you are the one who's going to close today. So, first of all, what is the motivation, the passion behind you? And second, why actually investors must give you the money?
Well, motivation, I would say it's a large impact focused area. Healthcare as such has lot of impact focused themes, and we as individuals, both me and Akhilesh, who is also the co-founder, thought that nobody in the country, or for that matter in the world when we expand, should think about a choice between money and life. And that is why we thought that, you know, having an impact story on the health as well as in combining it with finance will be a large thing to have, and that can not only be limited to India but across the globe. Why invest in us? We are a team of experienced founders who have been there and done that in our earlier roles as well. We are a very lean team. We have a first mover advantage. We already have shown good traction of doing this, close to about $15 million of disbursement, have international investors already sitting on a cap table. And as I said, we are incumbents in this space, and India as such is such a large market that you can have 10 more neobanks in the healthcare space coming in, and you'll still feel that they're still very less. So in fact, when we become the number one player in the country, it always gives added advantage to the investors who invest in DIGISPARSH.
Saurabh, Jonathan, Sehrish, and Salai disappeared. Thank you so much for being with us today. We really I very much enjoyed having you and talking to you, and see your great ventures. And I'm a lowly funded, because I funded the most daring and great people that can only make the world better. Thanks to everyone who is watching today. As all our pitch events are in our YouTube channel, you can see all of them, 52 today, and you can get in touch directly with the founders. We don't charge any form of success fee in EquityMatch. So if you want to get in touch with us, we warmly introduce to you our founders. If you want to get in touch directly with them, please do. Thank you again, and see you next time.
Thank you, Max. Thanks a lot for hosting us.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.